Morning. So I got up at 5 and then, like an asshole, hit snooze twice. I don't think it would have made a difference. I wanted to get to Dragon's Tooth by sunrise. I don't even know if Dragon's Tooth faces east, to be honest, so maybe the whole endeavor was dumb. I managed to get to the ledges. There's a spot a little bit before Dragon's Tooth where there's a nice view of the east. And as I sat down, I watched the sun peer over the mountain. It was a beautiful way to start the day. So I didn't get what I wanted. I got something. I got something real good. So there's that. Waking up with a purpose. Slept well. Yeah. It's going to be a really nice day. And I'm hoping to hit all 3 spots today. So I'm on my way to Dragon's Tooth right now. Then I'm going to go down the hill. There's a grocery at the bottom or a store or something. And it's supposed to have... Somebody said they had breakfast sandwiches. So I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I just packed up and left. Or my version of which is more like So shin feels okay today. I kept waking up last night like it was hurting. And then I would check it and it was fine. So I don't know what that was about. But it is what it is. I'm going to get on with this day. No major things to say. 6:17. I am beat. It's been a long day with a lot of up and down. It's funny because I know I've done, well, maybe not. I think I got to look at elevation change on some of my big days because they might have only been like, 2,000 up and down the whole day. I forget how much this is going to be. I think it's going to be around 20. And I think it was about 4,900 up and down. These flies are killing me. They're killing me. Somebody was saying that, with the sweating a lot, that you could feel like the salt on your skin. And I think they love it. They're going after it. So I got to drink some water, and then I got another, like just under 2 miles to the shelter I'll be staying at tonight. And there's going to be water there. I'm going to just douse myself. April 4th, day 59, 21.3 miles, I think, to the Lambert Meadows shelter. Long day. I got that sunrise, and like literally as soon as I sat down, the sun just popped over the corner. I don't think I was actually at the ledges. I think I was close to the ledges because there was a spot right after where it actually looked more like a ledge. Dragon's Tooth was cool. McAfee Knob was cool. Tinker Cliffs was really cool, but by then I was pretty tired. It was a long day. Yeah. I think I had some thoughts earlier today that I wanted to kind of run through here. One thing I was thinking about was like, I'm always comparing myself to other people. And a lot of that has to do with my speed. Like, I'm just not the fastest hiker, I was faster when I came out here. I was doing like 2.5, 3 hours, 3 miles an hour. 2.5, if there was a lot of elevation change. And then just slowly, I just started getting slower, especially on uphill, really start getting slower. And then after my shin, I got real slow, and I'm trying to get it back. You would think that after doing something for so long now that you would get faster, but that's just not my experience so far. Maybe it's a nutrition thing, I don't know. I think part of it's my body. Like I already noticed the other day I sat in a squat and my ankle mobility's definitely taken a hit. So there's that. But one thing I do have that, is persistence, and commitment. Waking up saying, I'm going here and I'm going to get there. I do have that. So I'm just looking for assets, you know what I mean? Like in this way that I'm constantly comparing myself to others, and sometimes having a fair amount of negative self-talk. It's good to take a gratitude list, and then maybe even take an asset list. Just be like, well, what am I good at? And I think that's one of them. The shin. I was anthropomorphizing my shin today. Maybe I'm not using that word properly. We'll find out. And I was thinking like my shin was just like, you know what? You're going to keep walking anyway, so I'm just going to stop hurting. It did well today. Once I stop, things tend to tighten up. I didn't get a chance to do proper self-care tonight. But I'll definitely do something in the morning before I leave. I got a real short day. It's like 10 miles to town. So, and I didn't call ahead. I need to investigate like where I might be staying. Try to figure that out. But I think my fear is that people The fast people in the bubble are catching up, and then we also have flip-floppers. Starting to see some flip-floppers. A flip-flopper is somebody who starts somewhere else and will flip up or flip down. So for instance, a really popular one is to start in Harper's Ferry and go down to down to Springer. And then once you get to Springer, you flip back up to Harper's Ferry and head north. A lot of people do something like that to avoid the bubble or time constraints, or like for me, I could have done a flip-flop where I start in Springer, go up to where I live, go up to Katahdin, and then come down where I live, and then I would end at home. That could be an option. It's not really an option for me because I don't think Baxter State Park, or is it the Whites? One of them is not open until June because of weather. So anyways, that's what a flip-flop is. In fact, if you kind of look at what I'm doing is a flip-flop. I did the side intersection, I go down, I go up, then I go home, then I go to the top of this intersection that I did. So that's a weird kind of flip-flop there. Anyway, I think it was a really good day. I don't know why I wanted to do the Triple Crown in one day. I thought it'd be really cool. Plus, it was a beautiful day, and it was the middle of the week. There was no crowds. It was great. Basically, everywhere I went, I had it to myself. I had Dragon's Tooth to myself. I had McAfee's Knob to myself. I had Tinker Cliffs to myself, and I thought that was really cool. It was a beautiful day. The other part of it is I really wanted to knock out miles so that I could have a quick, so I could get to town quick and spend a lot of time there. Going over my food, take a shower, wash my clothes, do a lot of self-care. Part of me is thinking about taking a 0. But I think if I get in town quick enough and then I make maybe tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, a light day, I think that'll be good enough. I want to get home. Well, here's a bit of honesty for you. I've been thinking about this trip, and the thoughts crossed my mind to not finish, to just go home, because like today, dealing with bugs and heat, it was a lot. And I'm thinking about people that said things like embrace the suck, because even though I'm thinking about it and I really miss my daughter, and I'm missing things too. I know it's only 6 months, and I think in the grand scheme of things, for me to finish this, to have this dream and to commit to it and to finish it is great for me, but I also think it's great for my daughter to see it. My hope is that it inspires her to do big things, things that I didn't do when I was young because I was too busy getting fucked up. But it's still, it's a thought in my head. Right now, the prevailing thought is if I don't finish, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. If I decide to quit, that's worse than if something takes me out, in my mind. If something takes me out, it's just what it is. It's just what it is. Life tax shows up, takes a bite out of your ass. It's just the way it is. But if I decide to not follow through on something, well, that's on me. And to me, that's worse. So just throwing it out there, that's in my mind. When I finish this section, I will have 1,050 miles left. So breaking that up into smaller bits, I think will help. But, this was a lot of time to be away. It's a lot of time to be away. I really can't wait to see my daughter. Yeah. So, night.